Welcome to Franchise AI Radio, the podcast where franchising meets the future. I'm your host, Gemma, and every week we explore how artificial intelligence is reshaping the way franchise brands grow, market, and lead. Whether you're a franchisor, franchisee, or just AI curious, we're here to break down the tools, trends, and transformations that are driving smarter, more scalable growth. And of course, I'm joined by my co-host and AI strategist, Rob Gandley, as we dive into today's conversation. You know, Rob, it's funny and kind of frustrating, but I keep hearing the same story from franchisors. They spend all this time and money on generating these leads, and then, well, what happens?
Exactly. They lose them. Not all, but too many, right? It's a huge problem because so much of that lead momentum gets wasted on slow follow-ups or frankly, just not following up at all.
Right. And it feels like the story always goes the same way. Oh, we'll get back to them. Or we're prioritizing the good ones. Meanwhile, other opportunities are slipping through the cracks, and those leads are already talking to someone else.
Yeah, and leads today are impatient. We've got data showing that if you don't follow up within about 5 minutes, your chances of converting drop off a cliff.
5 minutes, that's all you get?
Yep. And here's the thing. It's not just about being fast. It's also about being consistent. If you're responding quickly to one lead, but letting another one sit in your inbox for hours or days, you're sending a message and it's not a good one.
Wow. And I bet a lot of franchisors don't even realize how much that inconsistency is costing them. It's got to hurt their close rates and waste marketing budgets at the same time.
Exactly. I mean, why spend thousands on generating leads if you're not going to set yourself up to win on the back end? This isn't a new problem either. It's just that the expectations today are so much higher. People want instant engagement. They expect it.
Which is so different even from 5 or 10 years ago. You'd have a little more time to make that first connection. But now, with so many competitors, they're basically shopping for franchises the way they shop on Amazon. Fast, efficient, next one up if you're too slow.
Exactly. The worst part? Most franchisors think it's just a lead quality issue. Oh, these are bad leads, but that's really just a small part of it. It's the follow-up that makes or breaks it.
So really, we're not just talking about speed here, but also timing and presentation. Am I getting that right?
Absolutely. And there are tools that make this process way smoother and way more efficient. But the first step is recognizing just how critical that follow-up process is. Without it, you're dead in the water.
All right, Rob. Clearly nailing the follow-up process is critical. And you mentioned that AI can help not just with speed, but also with consistency. So how exactly does that work?
Well, the key is using AI agents powered by natural language processing. These aren't just basic chatbots. They're smart enough to have conversations with prospects, ask relevant questions, and even uncover whether someone's really qualified to move forward.
Okay, wow. So they're not just sending out canned responses?
Exactly. Think of it like this. You've got a virtual assistant that can respond instantly, but instead of just saying, thanks for your interest, it's, asking meaningful questions. Stuff like, are you ready to invest in a franchise now? Or what areas are you looking to grow in? That kind of back and forth is what keeps the lead engaged.
And while that's happening, what? It's basically qualifying them for your team?
Right. That's the beauty of NLP. It reads between the lines and understands intent. So besides answering questions, it can also decide if someone's worth a follow-up call or not. And if they are, it doesn't stop there. It actually links directly to your digital calendar to book an intro call.
Wait, so you're saying it can just book the call all on its own?
Yeah, completely seamless. If the prospect meets your qualifying criteria, the AI doesn't just sit there. It takes action. Finds an open slot in your team's calendar, books it, and sends a confirmation to the lead. Zero friction.
That's super impressive. I mean, just thinking about the hours that alone would save.
Exactly. And it doesn't just save time, it also boosts your pipeline efficiency. Warm leads aren't sitting there getting cold. because an AI took care of them while your team's focused on closing deals, not chasing them.
It's kind of wild to see how much can change just by speeding up those first steps in the process.
Yeah, and when you add smarter AI into the mix with better qualifying and direct calendar booking, the results can be night and day.
All right, Rob, so smarter AI in the mix sounds like a game changer. Now let's break it down. What are the first steps franchisors should take to actually implement something like this?
Great question. The first thing is to evaluate your current lead flow and see where the bottlenecks are. Is it speed? Is it qualifying the right leads? You need to understand where you're losing opportunities before you can fix the process.
Okay, so basically look at the big picture before jumping into new tools?
Exactly. But once you've got that clear, the next step is choosing the right AI tool. You want something that uses natural language processing for lead engagement, but more importantly, it should integrate easily with your scheduling system, like Calendly or HubSpot.
That makes sense. I mean, if the tools don't talk to each other, it's kind of defeating the purpose, right?
Exactly. Friction defeats the purpose. Once you got the tool, set it up to ask a few qualifying questions, no more than 2 or 3. Keep it simple. You want questions that quickly gauge where the lead is in their buying journey.
Right, like the "Are you ready to invest?" or "What's your timeline for opening a franchise policy?" kind of thing?
Exactly that. Smart qualifying questions can save your sales team hours while keeping your pipeline clean. Then tie it all together by linking your calendar for one-click scheduling. Remember, the goal is hands-free efficiency.
And then what? Just sit back and watch the bookings roll in?
Close, but not quite. You still need someone to monitor and tweak the system. It's like any other tool. AI works best when it's continually optimized. Plus, you want to ensure the tone of your responses matches your brand.
Got it. So it's not like set it and forget it, but it's definitely a major time saver.
Exactly. And if you follow these steps, identify your gaps, pick the right tool, integrate it with your systems, and optimize, you'll start seeing better results in no time.
That's awesome. I mean, the idea of getting faster, more qualified leads while reducing all the manual work? It's kind of a no-brainer for franchisors, right?
Absolutely. And like we said earlier, if you're already spending thousands on lead generation, you owe it to yourself to maximize the ROI by following up the right way.
Well, I think that's something every franchisor listening can take away and start working on today. Rob, this was such a great conversation. Super practical and packed with insights. I loved it.
Same here, Gemma. It's always fun diving into this stuff with you.
All right, folks, that's all for today's episode of Franchise AI Radio. If you're ready to see how AI can transform your lead management, head over to franchisenow.ai to book your free AI opportunity assessment. And don't forget to subscribe for more actionable insights. We'll see you next time.